I wish I could say I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised in the slightest. Like, not even a single % am I surprised. Steam has recently required game publishers to state whether or not they use AI content in their games. And the biggest game of the year and the biggest game right now, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, had to admit that they use AI generated content. In October, when Black Ops 6 dropped, I did what any other Call of Duty fan would do and go straight into multiplayer and just fang out like 5 games. After I unlocked the creator class system, I backed out and I had a look at what this new game has to offer. In particular, I remember looking at the calling cards and emblems. And something about these calling cards and emblems just felt so lifeless. When I saw these titles and calling cards and all that, I was instantly reminded about Black Ops 2 or even the earlier Call of Duties, and I couldn't help but think that the Black Ops 6 emblems and titles were just not saucy. Now, instantly when I was looking at these, my first thought was these are AI generated, 100%. I feel like as I grow older, it's just so easy to see what big corporations do and where they can cut corners when it comes to money and cost. And of course, Activision would rather spend an hour putting prompts into an AI generative program as opposed to paying an artist to make 200 calling cards. And I'm just not at all surprised that this is where we are right now. You know, Activision having to come clean that they do use AI content in their game. Now, just my personal stance on AI, I don't really give a fuck. I'm a video editor and I'd be using AI to help me every day. I'd be using ChatGPT every day to help me. But the worst part about this is that it's a $120 game. In Australia, at least, it's $120. In America, I don't even know. You guys are probably paying 80 or something. But in Australia, this game is literally $120. So already off the bat, I'm expecting $120 worth of quality from a team that really cared about what they made and they put their effort into this art piece, this art project. Because at the end of the day, I do view video games as art. And for them to sort of just think we're dumb is crazy. I remember when this game first launched, everyone was saying that there was AI. Like, this calling card is AI, this emblem's AI, this weapon skin is AI. But no one could confirm it. And those people that were skeptical, like me, were just instantly shut down. Like, no, this is Activision, this is Call of Duty, there ain't no way. Yes way. Big yes way. And the worst part that really frustrates me is it's like you guys are paying for this. Looking at the Black Ops 6 store and all the bundles and all that, I've made a video talking about how bullshit microtransactions are in the newest COD, and this news about AI content being in the game has made me even more upset, I guess, with the DLC system that Black Ops has in place. So not only does someone have to pay $100 to initially play the game, if they were to buy a skin worth $30, if they were to buy a bundle worth $30, if you look at that now, 50% of that bundle is AI generated content, because you buy a bundle, you get 2 emblems, 2 calling cards, a weapon skin, and a human skin. Those calling cards, those emblems, and most likely the weapon skin is all AI. So Activision has essentially earned an extra $30 on top of the original base game for something that they didn't even create, and all they did was type a prompt into an AI generative program. And I really want to state, I don't have a problem with AI when it comes to that sort of stuff, but putting it under the masquerade of human work and art is kind of dodgy, especially when there's real life money going towards these companies. And man, if you know me, you know I love Xbox 360, Black Ops 2 and MW2 in particular. I'm going to show you right now a comparison of the calling cards and emblems on both games respectively, and you can see a clear difference of what is AI and what is not. And even just the feeling that you get from viewing these things, I don't know, man, it's hard to explain, but the AI stuff in BO6 just feels hollow, and it is not a surprise to me that this is where we've ended up, and they finally had to say the truth. So I love Steam for doing that and making game publishers really state whether or not they use AI. And I think this is a really good path. I even saw James Cameron, who's directing the new Avatar movie and obviously all the old ones. He, from now on, is going to say in all his title cards, this film does not use AI content. And it really is going to be the norm going forward. Like, these companies, these art people, are going to need to state whether or not they used AI. But it really does get me mad in this case, man, because they were super sneaky about it. They didn't say anything at all. They will overcharge for the game and overcharge for DLC bundles, which are made of AI content. And what sucks most about this is I know that Black Ops 6 is in a terrible state right now. Hackers are going crazy and people just feel like the game isn't really supported. So learning this news about AI is another kick to the nuts. I'm reading the replies to a Charlie Intel tweet now, and I'm literally seeing photos of loading screens with people with 6 fingers. That is so funny. That's the first time I'm seeing this. Like, these game publishers are just getting lazy and you are paying for it. This guy says, if you're gonna use AI to optimize the game better. Holy shit. Apparently even some of the voice acting is AI. which is crazy. Makes a whole lot of sense because AI voices are a whole nother level these days. This person says, man, do I miss 2010 to 2016 COD. We really were spoiled. And we really were, you know. It's like we're kids, man. We just didn't know any better. This person makes a good point, and it's like, honestly, I don't have a problem when it's used on mundane, busy, repetitive work. The 1000s of versions of shrubs or etc. And that I agree with. That I 100% agree with. But when it comes to bundles we are buying, that is insane, especially when they're $30 per bundle. This guy says, have AI fix the game. Even what this person says is so true. What we are paying for the game and skins, there is no need to be using AI. They have all the money to hire what is needed. And that really is my standpoint, because really what you can chalk it up to is just corporate greed. We're talking about one of the most richest game publishers of all time that don't really care about the player base in particular. They just care about how much money they make. This person just straight up saying, really? No way. Who would have known? This person says, shit, at this point, use AI to generate a good anti-cheat system. Whatever it takes at this point. I don't even play Black Ops 6, but I know the hackers are out of hand, so that's pretty funny. As long as it's helping existing artists rather than replacing them, I don't have a problem with it. There needs to be some quality control though. And I hate to break it to you, bro, but they are doing this to replace artists. That's the bottom line. They're using AI so they can save money and not have to pay artists to make their content. Yeah, like reading these comments, no one is surprised at all. And I'm not at all. I don't even play Black Ops 6 anymore, but even just from launch, they were using AI content. There is no doubt in my mind. Crazy stuff, man. Crazy direction that the video game industry is heading, and Call of Duty in particular, because this will not stop. We're talking about Activision here, one of the biggest, if not the biggest, video game publishers of all. And it sucks, man, but we're going to be seeing a lot more of this, which isn't necessarily a problem. It's just what they use the AI for. And I think another thing with this whole AI uprising is it's sort of just going to make the good stand apart from the mid. It's almost like making a home-cooked meal as opposed to McDonald's. Like, yeah, Macca's is fast and easy, tastes pretty yum, but majority of the time, it's served to you messy as you're probably missing a bag of fries. Your fries are probably half empty. Like, to me, that is AI content in video games and movies and all that. Whereas a home cooked meal, it's like everything's delicate. You're not going to miss out on everything. And yeah, it's just more of an art piece than it is just a random piece of schlop. That's all I really got to say for this one. Never really talked about Call of Duty news, but this one was crazy. I had to talk about this one. So if you like this video, make sure you like so I know that this type of content is good. Let me know in the comments if you knew that this game was made with AI stuff, because I knew from the jump, literally from the first hour of playing the game, I knew. So I'd be curious to know if you guys knew as well. All my links in the description, that being my clothing brand Insta, my personal Insta, all my streaming platforms, and my Twitter. As always, I appreciate everyone, especially if you're listening this far in the video. And yeah, it's been Once Faded. Peace.